Welcome back. I'm Claire Cousins. I'm now a helper, really, assistant volunteer at the Textiles East Fair. I'd like to share with you, and I think everybody calls them my haul, of items that I purchased at the fair. Well, I say me and my daughter, because it's not just me, who was busy shopping that day. And we ended up with quite a few bits. So many gorgeous stores, it was so hard to not purchase, to be honest. So what I'll do, I'll start off with the one thing I sort of pre-purchased prior to her coming, and that was from Emma Shillings, and that's patch fabrics, and I bought two of her lovely kits like this. So she was selling these at the fair, or something similar, and so they were like a pre-purchase to the fair. I'm trying to work out what to make with them now, that's the only thing. So I bought those, and then from Little Gem Felts, could not resist this. It's actually a light, and if you can see, it's felted and it's got beautiful stitching on it. Absolutely gorgeous. So that will plug in. I've got a plug switch here. That will plug in onto my bedside table. So I'm looking forward to that. When it lights up, it all kind of glows. So that's really beautiful. So I got that from Little Gem Felts. And then went and bought some lovely stuff from Indian Block Print. This is from Indian Block. And that comes in a lovely parcel or bag. And I got not just sponges, but I actually got some fabric paint because I've got run out of teal, raspberry and purple. So their fabric paints are water based. And they're really rather yummy. And they also sell blocks, but I didn't buy any blocks this time because I've actually got tons. However, Lotte did buy a block, but off Melly. So Melly Missen, or Melly Made, and she got herself one of her spider blocks. So I'm sure she'll be stealing some of my paint off me. And then, can't resist Sandra Beach's lovely hand-dyed products. So I bought some beautiful fabric. It's like a inspiration pack, so it's got lots of lovely hand-dyed threads. Now the thing is, I've got loads of her fabrics and threads, but I don't think I've got these. If I have, I must then make a project using these, but they're really rather stunning. This is like a velvet, so that's really rather nice. So I look forward to using those. So that's what that looks like. And these are the gorgeous fabrics and threads to go with it. I can see a project coming along there. So that's that. In relation to actual kits, I bought some kits as well. Now Louise Nichols, lovely lady, come up all the way from Cornwall. It was her first show with us. So this lovely lady, she bought these lovely kits. This one is the little bee kit. It comes with just the panel and some instructions. Now I've already started stitching on it, but it comes like that printed. I'm going to show you the bit that's just printed, and then you get to embroider onto the top. And what's nice is she gives you the instructions and a photograph of how it should look. And then she's even done a little scan code on the back for her YouTube video. So some of you may already watch Louise Nichols on her YouTube. And as I say, I'm not finished yet, but I've done quite a lot already in such a short period of time. Got a bit carried away. So that's looking lovely. I'm pleased with that. I also bought her snowdrop kit, which all comes all strung up, and I've already undone the string because I always like to have a quick check what's in the box. And in this box, it's beautifully wrapped, and inside the beautiful wrapping is the threads, which is lovely. The instruction booklet. Instruction booklet. The bits of felt. This is the printed panel of the snowdrops which you're going to stitch into. It also comes with the iron-on interfacing, so you can stiffen it, and I think that goes that way. So there's a lovely printed block. And then what else? There's some base fabric, and then there's some wadding, so you can make it up into a nice little panel. And again, there's a lovely set of instructions of how to stitch it. So as I say, I'm looking forward to doing that one next. And that makes, here we go, that makes this beautiful little panel, little sort of hangings go on the wall. So that's that one, which no doubt I shall probably do next. Everything back. Talk about kits. I then went and bought from Anne this lovely kit, and in this kit it's called her Sea Embroidery Kit, with a printed design interfacing to iron on, templates for stitching, inspirational images, and then the threads. Now these are the threads in the box, so let's have a look at the threads. So the gorgeous threads are in here. So it looks to me like we've got some Denmark, from Denmark, colour fast. Some beautiful threads there. She's even included a needle. And then we've got, oh, these are gorgeous. I think they're called Sheepy Things Candy Floss. All the colour tones for the embroidery. And then in this little bag, which was also in this other paper kit bag, oh, I don't want to spoil that lovely sticker. I should have opened it earlier. In there is the panel to actually stitch into. What I might do is, I don't want to spoil that lovely sticker. My daughter's just pointed out I can just open it from the bottom. So I've opened it from the bottom. And in here is the panel, which I believe she's printed herself. I'm not sure if she screen prints them or block prints them, but they've been printed like that. Hopefully you can see that. And then you stitch your design on. And it comes with a little stitch card of ideas, and we've also got a finished image of how that might look, which is really rather yummy. So I'm looking forward to doing that one. And that also turns into a wall hanging. That's that one. And then we had a first time exhibitor with us called Oak Tree Beads, I think they were called.
Oak Tree Crafts.
Oak Tree Crafts, that's her line. And from there, I bought something, and so did my daughter. So from there, I bought this little tiny tub, which to me looks a little bit like a bobbin. And I thought I might, if they're intended to do beadwork, so you put beadwork around it and you can put beadwork on top, and it's part of a cake kit, because she'd got them there with candles in as well. But for me, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with some embroidery, and I'm sure I might end up doing some kind of felt detail or something, or some embroidered top to go on it. But it's like a little pot. I just thought, like, so versatile, I could do something with that. And she had the most gorgeous selection of beads, and these are so tiny. In fact, they're so tiny I can barely see them. It says they're size 15.0. They're so tiny. Charlotte also bought some tiny beads. Actually, hers ones aren't quite so tiny. And again, in gorgeous colours. I'm just passing them to Charlotte so she could show you what the beads are like. See the beads, they're just so yum. And she has them in so many different sizes, which is nice. And then Lotte was tempted by this. It's called the Holly and the Ivory Wreath, and it's a kit. Again, it contains all the beading threads, all the different types of beads it needs, and all she needs is a the needles and a thread conditioner really. Everything's in that kit for making that beautiful thing. And then, the show was so tempting. I was a lovely lady called Blue Coppice. She does cross-stitch she does cross-stitch patterns. And I was really tempted by this little squirrel. So that was really lovely. And it was interesting because I was so tempted by all of them. I kept looking at them. And unbeknownst to me, my daughter was also tempted by the same ones that I was tempted by. Good job we didn't buy the same ones. And she ended up buying this beautiful, it's a needle case kit with like a beehive on it. And then because she obviously likes the beehive, she then went for the smaller, more miniature type things. So, but what we've got to do now is buy the fabric. We've got the threads, we've just got to buy some nice linen, like an even weave linen. So that's those. Oh, going back to Anne Brooks, I missed out on this. I also bought this, which is a panel. So she does just sell the panel, she doesn't just do the whole kit. And that panel, again, she's printed those herself. You can then embroider into. And what I did, and she very kindly let me photograph her embroidery to give me some inspiration as to how that might be embroidered. Then Lotte, being the knitter and the crocheter of the family, she was tempted by these gorgeous, I'm assuming they're hand-dyed hand-dyed in Cambridgeshire, by Under the Olive Tree. And these are gorgeous, and she intends to do some knee-high socks, is that right? So that's what they're going to be for. So the purchases are things that we're going to do and make. Even though they do say just collecting resources is a hobby in its own. I don't know if you have found that yourself. And then Charlotte's already started knitting a baby blanket with this yarn that she purchased from Sew Knit Craft. And that's going to be a baby blanket for a family friend. So that's already in use, glad to say. Now, I've made a pattern for lycra leggings because being a little bit of a large lady, it's quite hard to get hold of leggings that fit and stay on and that have pockets. So I've made some with pockets and I'm quite happy with them. So I went back to Roy's Material World to buy some more lycra because Lotte also wants them as well. So Lotte purchased.
Lotte's the one that got duct taped to make the pattern.
Oh yeah. In order to make the pattern, I should explain that. In order to make the pattern, I covered my daughter in cling film, not whole of her, just her legs, and then we duct taped her, and then we cut them off, and then we laid the duct tape and cling film template, body form, what you want to call it, onto some paper. We managed to sketch it out, and I have to say I'm really quite chuffed with the leggings. They worked out beautifully. But as I say, we need some more fabrics, of course, to make some more. So this is the regular sort of cotton lycras. Actually, I say that it's a really good quality. It's really thick. Really,
but not too thick.
Yeah, it's just the right. It's thick enough so you can't see your underwear, but thin enough that you don't get overheated. So Charlotte chose these three colours from Roy, and then I chose, because I chose this last time, but in like an olive green. This time I've gone for the teal, and it's sort of like got a cable knit effect in it. And I have to say, this fabric is incredibly warm, so they're brilliant for winter leggings. But you can also use it for a top. But yeah, so I think that is everything we purchased. In years past, we've also purchased from all the other traders as well. And to be honest with you, it was a rush to get round. We had sort of gave ourselves an hour, didn't we? And just in that short period, we'd obviously spied what we wanted to purchase and zoomed in on those particular traders. But there were so many gorgeous, gorgeous things to purchase. It was hard to walk away from some of the stands. Anyway, so that was what we purchased at the Textiles East Fair, February, at the Burgess Hall in Cambridgeshire. We have got an upcoming event. And this is the Textiles East Fair in October, Newmarket Racecourse. So it should be good. Well, I say it should be. It will be good because it's a much bigger venue. plenty of parking, so parking shouldn't be a problem. And it's on the Saturday the 18th and Sunday the 19th of October, 10:30 till 4 p.m. Entries on the door only, and it's on Saturday it's £8, and we make it £1 cheaper on the Sunday, so it's only £7 on the Sunday. And I'm going to say to you, for more information, I'm going to put the link below, and that's textileseastfair.co.uk. So thank you for joining me, and I hope you've enjoyed looking at all the little bits and bobs that I've purchased, or I say my daughter and I have purchased. I am English. So thanks again for joining us, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye bye for now.